Monday and today is our first day looking at the River Amazon. So as always, when we first start things, we like to collect some information about it and some overall facts, so it's good to know and think about what continent is it in, what's the weather like, which country is it in, what countries does the river run through, how long is it, and also for the Amazon especially, because it's incredibly wide, how wide is it? One of the facts I thought was quite interesting is that there are no bridges on it because most of it is running through the rainforest. There is absolutely no need for bridges, and a lot of people get round on boats if they're travelling through the river. So there's a film here. It's quite an old film, but it kind of covers a whole range of things from the animals to life and the native people who live there. So it's definitely worth starting off looking at this 10-minute film. As we are focusing on rivers, we need to think about the source of the river. So we know that the source starts in the Andes, but if you actually look at this map of all the rivers that feed in, you can see that it's not just in one place. So many rivers feed into the Amazon. The river runs through the most diverse and richest environment that our world has to offer, the Amazon itself. And then it ends up at the mouth, which is also called the delta. So often when there's more than one out mouths, as you can see just from this picture here, that they call that a delta because it comes out in so many different ways. Whereas we think about Exmouth, there's just one bit coming out to the sea. But this is such a vast, huge river. There are many different ways where it meets the sea. So task 2 is about looking at the journey of the Amazon, and Google Maps is the best place to do this really. It allows you to zoom in and really see how it carries across most of the country, or well, most of the continent of South America, right away the top of it. And just spend, if you can, I know it's quite tricky if some of you haven't got computers and things, but just spend a little bit of time zooming in and out. I know children learn so much from having that experience in being able to just drop down into another part of the world. So that's a great activity for task 2. And then that brings us to task 3. So obviously, you know, we wouldn't want you to get away without doing any writing. So at this point, I think my class, we're going to do some fact files so that we can put in, we might put a little map in and we might put some of the facts in. And really this is just to start the children thinking about what they know. We're going to focus mainly on animals, I think, over the next few days, because having talked to the children in my class, they've really enjoyed learning and hearing about these different animals. They're particularly interested in the giant anaconda and the piranhas. Can you tell I've got a lot of boys? So we are going to move into the animals. So the younger children, they might not find the facts quite so interesting. So they might want to pick up on one of the animals that they saw in the film that they watched, and they might just want to draw a picture and write a sentence about it. But some of the older ones, you know, you could really do quite a detailed fact book or fact page at this point, depending on what your outcome of your learning will be. So I hope you've enjoyed learning about the Amazon, and we'll see you tomorrow, where I think we're going to start with anacondas.